Let me take you out in the shop here and show you what we've been working on. It's pretty cool stuff. We've been working on some new dedicated workflows for NCI. What's really cool is you don't have to be a member of NCI to actually use these quick tests. So what I've got set up here is we're going to do a static pressure screening, and I've got 4 field piece manometers. So you can see I've got one here in the return air duct. I've got one that's going to come right after my filter media. I've got one that's optional that goes after the evaporator coil. Now, I always like measuring after the evaporator coil to get coil pressure drop. Then I've got one up here in the supply, and I'll back up here so you can see how all these probes look on the system, right? All right, so now let's go and take a look at the MeasureQuick application. Now, this is all under Perform Quick Tests. So I'm going to click Quick Test. You'll see it's NCI static pressure screening. Again, you can use this right now. There's no charge for it. Click on the static pressure screening. It'll load up a quick test on there. Now, the first thing I always do is go into my toolbox, and I'm going to go into my probe manager. I'm going to make sure all my probes are zeroed out, right? Because they all need to be zeroed out. These do drift, unlike the DGA, and we'll be offering multiple DGA support soon here, but these are all locked in and good. So now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go ahead and start my blower just so it gets going here because it takes a second to start up. And I'm going to go ahead and click Next and set up my test. So this system here is an air handler. It's a draw through. Draw through meaning the blower's after the evaporator coil. It's drawing air through the coil. Filter location is a slot. So, and rated total external static pressure is 0.5 inches. So now that comes from down here on this label. And so you just get the number off the label right here. 0.5 inch total external static pressure is what it was tested at. And that's what we consider the rating at. So now it's in the MeasureQuick app, it's going to give you a design budget. That design budget can be changed, but this is a typical design budget, what we would want to see. So we budget a tenth for the return, a tenth for the filter, 2/10 for the coil pressure drop, and a tenth for the supply. These are all typical targets. So I'm going to hit continue, and we're going to make measurement side. So you can see your measurements are coming in, and you can see where our probe locations are. So I number my probes 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like it shows in the diagram. Go down a little bit further, it'll show you your calculated pressure drops for your total external, your return drop, your filter drop, your coil pressure drop. So now we just hit continue. So now we're to the point where we get results. So this is all a pass. So I have normal total external static pressure and all my secondary pressures are normal. This is perfect. This would be like a new startup. This is what I'd want to see. So now I'm going to generate my report and boom, I have an NCI report, pass, total external static pressures, all our secondary pressures. No recommendations because the system is perfect, but I'm telling you right now, most of the systems you see in the field will not be this way.